Hello, folks. I'm here to talk about my upcoming course, Memphis Soul of the 1960s, how Memphis Soul put grit, grease, and grace into American music. What is soul music? Peter Guralnick, from his wonderful book, Sweet Soul Music, wrote, soul music is Southern by definition, and like blues, jazz, and rock and roll, its birth and inspiration stem from the South. The whole tangled racial history of the region played a decisive role in the forging of a new culture. Ultimately, soul music derives from the Southern dream of freedom. Dan Penn, a great Memphis songwriter, once said, "People down here don't let nobody tell them what to do." So, where did soul music come from? It came from the black church, from gospel music, from the acoustic rural blues of the Mississippi Delta, and the electric urban blues that came out of Chicago. It came from the exchange between the singer and the congregation, and from the call and response that elicited the passion from both singer and audience. Feeling dictated the rhythm and pace. Soul music was to a large extent a tale of three cities: Memphis, Tennessee, Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and Macon, Georgia. This music was a unique partnership between whites and blacks who brought different backgrounds and different contributions to the music. Now, the soul that came out of Memphis in the 1960s transformed the landscape of popular music. It was rhythm and blues. It was rock and roll. It was the sound of the Deep South, the voices that came from the church, and the rhythms of the land. It was the vehicle to stardom for many. Its legacy has lasted over 60 years and will live as long as people have a need to be nurtured by the soulful sounds of Stax Volt, Otis Redding, Booker T and the MGs, Wilson Pickett, Sam and Dave, James Brown, Dusty Springfield, Aretha Franklin, and others. In this course, we'll look at the careers of those giants of soul and the impact this genre has had on American music. It was the power of race-blind music in the able hands of Booker T and the MGs. It was the big beat of crisp drums and the Fender bass guitar, mellow Wurlitzer electric piano, soulful Hammond B3 organs, brash horns, stinging Fender Telecaster guitars, testifying vocals, and the sanctity of the four-piece rhythm section. In this class, we'll look at the evolution of soul music from the late 50s through the end of the 60s success of Stax and Atlantic Records. We will examine the giants of soul and the magic that emerged from the recording studios of Memphis and Muscle Shoals. The course outline is as follows. Week 1, we describe the story of Stax Volt Records and the founders, Jim and his sister Estelle Stewart, Chips Moman, Rufus and Carla Thomas, the early Memphis music scene of the late 50s and early 60s, and the trailblazing interracial band, Booker T and the MGs. Week 2, we look at the Big O, the life and music of the great Otis Redding, whose recording career only lasted 4 years, yet whose legacy will last forever, and how his music truly defined soul. Week 3, the Messengers of Soul, James Carr, William Bell, Percy Sledge, Eddie Floyd, the Staple Singers, the Bar-Kays, Johnny Taylor, the songwriting team of Isaac Hayes and David Porter. Week 4, we look at the Titans of Soul, Wilson Pickett and Sam and Dave, how in a remarkable 3.5-year period, they turned out an avalanche of timeless hits. Week 5, we take a little trip south to Memphis South, Muscle Shoals Studios in Alabama, and the music that came out of there. Among them, great records by Aretha Franklin and Dusty Springfield. The last week, I Feel Good. We conclude our course by looking at the originality, artistry, and sheer awesomeness of James Brown, the godfather of soul. So I hope to see everyone there.